after they change ends of the field. That's the end of the first quarter. Dallas taking advantage of breaks. Leads Denver 10-0. And the Cowboys have had a little trouble hanging onto the football, but not much trouble getting on the scoreboard. They lead 13-0 over Denver.
The Entertainer of the Year.
Bryson Manor is number 66. Paul Smith next to him.
And they're complaining, you know, about the breaks all going against them, but they better stop that. Don't boast unless you go to the roast, you know what I mean?
13-0. Dallas, as we wait for our friend Herrera to kick off. He's already made a tackle today. Good high kick. Upchurch at the 6. He's got plenty of speed. Upchurch, and a flag goes down back at the 20-yard line. Bobby Maples, I believe, is going to be the violator. Bruce Huther made the tackle for Dallas. That's his second one. Flag at the 20-yard line.
Looked like Maples may have caught Barnes or tried to hold him to make sure that Upchurch got to the corner. I'll tell you one thing, he must have run into a truck down at the end of the block. He really got knocked out of bounds.
Bruce Huther was the name of the truck. Super Bowl 12.
Illegal use of the hands on the run back. Number 50, half the distance to the goal line. First down.
The word on Lewis Wright is that he has a dislocated right shoulder. He was hurt earlier on a collision with one of the Dallas blockers. Rob Lytle and Lonnie Perrin, running backs for Denver. Craig Morton still the quarterback. Lytle. Harvey Martin went over the top of him, and Jethro Pugh made the tackle. There's Red Miller sending in a play. Bob Brunick finally made the stop.
I'll tell you, Lytle got real good yardage that time. If you can call 5 or 6 yards because he was low. You're right. He went right under Harvey Martin's grasp.
The last Dallas scoring drive went like that. It'll be 2nd and 5 after a 5-yard pickup by Rob Lytle. 10.5 minutes left to play before the half. Dallas 13, Denver nothing. Morton is going to throw. And goes deep for Haven Moses. Picked off by Benny Barnes. At the 40, the 3rd Dallas interception. It looked like Moses had him beat.
And that time, Craig got tremendous protection. He only had 8 interceptions all year long. And he gets 3, the hat trick, already in the first half of Super Bowl 12. Watch this. I mean, they're doing a job up front. Used to have the strongest gun in the West.
And they're doing a job in that Dallas secondary, too. As Tom just said, that's their 3rd interception already.
Here's a hat.
Are we going to go to Paul? Dallas has the football after an interception by Benny Barnes, who I believe was injured on that last play. We'll go down for a report to Paul Hornung in just a second. Here's Newhouse. Has a tough time getting a couple, stopped by Randy Gradishar and others. Let's go down to Paul Hornung.
You're looking at the back of Benny Barnes. They have his sock off. He has hurt his right foot. It looks like in the ankle area, and he cannot, as you can see, put too much weight on his right ankle. That's the orthopedic man with the Dallas Cowboys, Dr. Marvin Wright. And, of course, this is very, very important. He came up with the big interception, and this is an important part of the Dallas defense. And Benny's trying to put weight on his right foot. Back up to you, Pat.
Thank you, Paul. 2nd and 8, Dallas. Line of scrimmage, their own 42. They lead 13-0. Newhouse. Flag down, though. It's going to be holding against Dallas. And the flag almost hit Ralph Neely.
Ralph Neely's last game, perhaps, right? Number 73 is calling it a 13-year career. Huh?
He says it's against Dallas. Jethro Pugh says this might be his last one as well. Another 13-year veteran.
22 playoff games.
Incredible.
That's like a deferred income for the rest of your life, isn't it?
Holding, offense, number 73, 10 yards, same down, second, still second down.
One thing that Red has to guard against right now is letting his defense get so radical that they over-pursue and make a big mistake. Because when you get frustrated, sometimes you try too hard and you can run yourself out of plays.
2nd and 18, Dallas. Preston Pearson in the backfield with Dorsett. And now they shift. Alzado with the big rush. Thrown outside. A quick screen attempted to Pearson, and he dropped it.
Lyle Alzado, a spiritual leader that keeps coming. Tough kid from around New York City who's found a pretty good life in Denver, hasn't he?
Spiritual leader, you say?
That's exactly what they say. A little competition going on down there. Do you feel that?
Also, there is a game. 3rd and 18. Dallas goes to the shotgun, and so far, they have not been able to protect Roger too well from this formation. Reuben Carter, the 4th sack by the Orange Crush.
And that was strictly with 3 men, and Reuben Carter is only 6 feet tall, 255 pounds, the perfect prototype to play nose guard. Watch him. He's already beat Fitzgerald, and now works on Scott and makes the sack. A 3-man rush, and they beat 5.
There's the man who just put together that rush, Reuben Carter from the University of Miami.
That's the way not to worry about the bad breaks early in the football game.
Danny White is number 11, the Dallas punter. Schultz and Upchurch back for Denver. Line driver that ought to give somebody a pretty good chance. Bounces off a Denver player. Dallas has it. Bruce Huther.
Went off the helmet of the Denver player, Johnny Schultz. He probably doesn't know that it even happened.
Bruce Huther made the recovery, number 57. Dallas again will be on the offense, and Rick Upchurch is really upset.
It's like putting 10 grand on the hard 8 and then dropping the dice over the side of the table.
Can't believe this is happening. Schultz threw the block. They changed positions just as White was about to punt. Hey, wait a minute. Nothing wrong with the call. Line of scrimmage to Denver 40. Staubach gives to Dorsett. Can't find much room. He gets to about the 37 before Randy Gradishar. And meanwhile,
back at the ranch, Upchurch is mad because obviously Schultz didn't even know the ball hit his helmet because he was whacking into the Dallas player trying to block. Notice how cool Roger Staubach is. And biorhythmic experts tell me he's in a fine position. I'm not sure what that means, but
I wonder if he knows that. 2nd down for the Cowboys, about 7 to go. Ball to Dorsett. Tony D still on his feet. 1st down and more. Dorsett inside the 20. Stop. Bernard Jackson made the tackle.
He ran over Rizzo, number 59. Watch this. And he does it by sort of going into the tackler, and then he has that ability to pull it back. Now watch this. Boom. Pulls it back, doesn't lose much speed, and gets back to that same 5th gear.
Our information was that Lewis Wright had a dislocated shoulder. Obviously, that can't be true because he's back in the game. I'm wondering, checking out what time the bus goes back to Dallas. That's Pearson, who has replaced Dorsett. Went behind the block of Newhouse, stopped by Jackson and Smith.
Boy, they come from all different formations, and to us, it doesn't look like it's a big change. But if you're playing a 34 defense, they're giving you a different look on the line of scrimmage every darn play.
Dallas has run exactly twice as many offensive plays as Denver at this point. It'll be 2nd and 9 now. Dallas has run 30 offensive plays. Denver 15.
Did you see Landry a minute ago over there when he took a piece of gum, put the paper around the old gum and put it back in his pocket so he wouldn't throw it on the ground?
Now, that's thorough coaching. Dorsett, 12 carries, 61 yards, averaging better than 5. That one won't help him much, though. Bob Swinson, the linebacker, made the tackle. And Roger will have to throw down. Bill Thompson helped out.
And Swinson can really play. He's got halfback speed. He used to be a defensive end at California, and they made him a linebacker. And, of course, all the 34 is the 6 with the defensive ends upright. And he stays that way most of the day. He's quite a player, 51.
It'll be third down for the Cowboys and 11. Fred Herrera has 2 field goals. Tony Dorsett has the Dallas touchdown. And the Cowboys lead Denver 13-0. 6 minutes left to play before the half. Dallas wants a timeout. That means they'll have 2 left.
Let's see if Landry's got the fresh gum in yet. I think he's reading The Other Side of Midnight. What is he working?
What we need now is a fresh play. The Challenge of the Sexes coming up on CBS next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern Time. In golf, it's Hale Irwin against Jan Stevenson. In diving competition, it's Jennifer Chandler against Greg Louganis. And in the rodeo competition, it's Chris Ledoux against Lisa Martin. On the Challenge of the Sexes here on CBS next Sunday.
Incredible statistic. And this is the group that's responsible. The Cowboys are only 1 out of 7 on third down conversions, which makes me think that second down's going pretty well for them.
This is a Dallas timeout, and there is Leroy Neiman's finishing touch to a sketch of the Dallas offense.
That didn't happen too long ago. I believe that was the Dorsett touchdown that came out of that. I wouldn't be sure of that, but...
That device, by the way, is called the electric pallet. Electronic or electric. It's exciting.
Sounds like something in your mouth.
The Superdome is like nowhere else. Just to give you an idea of how big it is, they could put the Astrodome inside this place. Flags down everywhere. You think about all the chances that Dallas has had. They lead 13-0 already. But it could well be 27 instead of 13.
You know, it's not a cliche, but the darn ball.
Ball start. Offensive line. Still third down.
The darn ball, the very formation of the football being oblong and irregular, it just goes funny ways. I don't care who you are.
That's why they made it that way.
I've always wanted to get my hands on the guy that made that first ball.
The field in the Superdome, by the way, because there is no need for drainage, is very flat. And sometimes, if you're used to one with a crown on it, that makes a difference. Staubach goes. Selected at the last minute by Louis Wright. Intended for Butch Johnson, and then again, it'll be Efrain Herrera.
And obviously, Louis Wright does not have a separated or dislocated shoulder. He reaches up with the right hand. He's going to go to the Pro Bowl game. And he has just been a dynamite player, and we already had him in the hospital, and Mrs. Wright, believe me, Lewis is doing fine.
Efrain Herrera will attempt his third field goal now. Charlie Waters holding at the 33, so it'll be a 43-yard attempt. Herrera. No good. He pulled it left. Denver will take over back at the original line of scrimmage.
That's the first thing that stopped the Cowboys from taking advantage of everything. Que pasa?
Denver takes over at their just outside their 25-yard line with 5 minutes and 51 seconds left before the half. Dallas leads 13-0. Otis Armstrong and John Keyworth, the running backs now for Denver. Riley Odoms in motion. That's Otis. The two defensive ends converge on Otis Armstrong, Ed Jones, and Harvey Martin. Martin caught him from behind after too tall had been too much.
I just wonder why number 72 has suddenly accelerated and just gotten into the flow. The last 4 or 5 games, Too Tall Jones has played beyond even what Dallas thought he might do. And that time he took Claudie Minor, who's about 285, and threw him out of the way like, let's get on with it.
Denver has 7 yards rushing. 5 minutes, 10 seconds left before halftime. 2nd and 14. Dallas offside. That's Keyworth. They'll take the penalty, of course. Randy White made the tackle. Harvey Martin, I believe, jumped offside. We're talking about Too Tall Jones. I think it's a little bit of a personal rivalry with the other defensive end, Harvey Martin.
Yeah, Harvey's got his own radio program, the beautiful Harvey Martin Show. You're right. There might be a little bit. Didn't they have a contest during the year about sack
Outside defense, number 79.
The one who gets the most sacks
Still 2nd down.
has to give the other one a 6-pack of whatever.
And Harvey had, what, 23 this year, right?
Said he had so many 6-packs he was throwing out groceries. 5 minutes, 4 seconds left before halftime. Otis Armstrong does get around the outside. Randy Hughes made the tackle. Armstrong not quite a first down. That might be the longest running play of the first half for Denver.
That might have lit a fuse, too. If number 24 plays like he can play, and last year he was over 1,000, this year with Lytle and some hamstring problems, Otis wasn't quite Otis until against Oakland late. And he made the first down that put the Broncos where they are right now.
One that nobody at Denver will ever forget, of course. 2 tight ends now for Denver. Ron Egloff, number 85. Greg Morton says, we are confused. We want a timeout. And that's Denver's first, so they'll have 2 left now.
I'm wondering about the hip of Craig Morton. The quarterbacks, and I think our guys all talked about, that's not easy with a hip pointer to be able to throw that lower body under a throw, huh?
It bothered him quite apparently in the playoff game against Oakland. Morton has hit 2 out of 7, by the way.
I had dinner with him the other night. It just bothered him really to eat some real good French food.
Only when he laughed.
He was in a great frame of mind, though, you know, and a lot of people have been taking shots at his financial situation, and a lot of time athletes are taken advantage of, and they're the only people left to take care of themselves. And I think this guy will take care of himself.
He already has. The Grand Slam of tennis next Saturday at 3, next Sunday at 4. And the 4 players, Jimmy Connors, who won that sensational match against Bjorn Borg last week at Madison Square Garden. Borg is going to play. Guillermo Vilas, U.S. Open and French champion, and Vitas Skarlaitis. Could you get 4 better?
I can't think of anything. I can't think of anything better than to watch CBS do it either. It's a tennis turn on, as they say. Listen, I think there was an argument over the 2 tight end short yardage offense, and perhaps Craig wants to flex a little bit more and spread and try to get this first down. It's a big one for him.
It'll be 3rd and 4 with 4 minutes and 22 seconds left to play before the half. Odoms goes in motion. Morton throws outside. It's caught by Dalvin. For 82, there's a flag on the play. I think Odoms really was in motion. I think he had started forward.
Boy, that's going to hurt. Dalvin makes the deep out catch. He had 5. He had 5 against Dallas when they played that last regular season game. He's got great speed. Kyle had his problems with him.
Benny Barnes has gone to the locker room. And Mel Renfro.
Illegal formation. Illegal formation, number 71. Illegal.
Claudie Minor is number 71 for Denver. The offensive right tackle. It'll be 3rd and 9. That would have been Denver's 2nd first down.
Minor tried to get into the backfield somehow. Maybe that's because they're too tall.
3rd down, 9. 4 minutes, 16 seconds. Dallas leads Denver 13-0. That's before the half, that time remaining. Morton back to throw, and Morton throws. Jack Dalvin loses it. Dallas has it. It's Randy Hughes. He's to the 30. Out of bounds goes Randy Hughes. The ball, as Tommy said a minute ago, is sometimes very difficult to hold on to.
And Craig really throws this, gets great protection. The twist is on by Dallas, and they pick it up. He hums this one. Dalvin is a super little receiver, and he took 2.5 steps with it, and Waters got him, and look at the ball bounce up for Randy Hughes. Things are big in Texas.
That's Miner, number 71, that's put him out of bounds, and the Cowboys operate in Denver territory deep again. Line of scrimmage, the Bronco 27-yard line. 4 minutes, 5 seconds left before the half. Dallas first down. It's Dorsett. To the 18 by Bob Swinson. The Bronco cheerleaders, Bronco fans have had very little to be enthusiastic about, but those are the people that will be on at the half from Southern University. And what a show they put on.
That time, Tony Dorsett beat a pretty good defensive move. Swinson was in good shape to make the tackle on anybody maybe but a person of Dorsett's ability.
8 yards for Dorsett. Second down, 2 yards to go. Newhouse. Behind Neely's block, and Newhouse is inside the 10. Out of his shoes is one of the defenders, Robert Newhouse. A 10-yard pickup, and they'll move the sticks.
Now, this is not misdirection. Watch Dorsett's block on the outside. 33 gets one right there, and Newhouse takes advantage of somebody else's blocks.
Newhouse almost maintained his balance, and he could have scored. Randy Gradishar is down for Denver.
Might be the ankle. He had a badly sprained one from the last season game on, and he's played well in the playoffs. Look at this shot. I wonder if Leroy Neiman could grab that one or that one.
That's Jim Myers closest to you, and of course the ever dapper Mr. Landry. Gradishar is still down. Celebrity Challenge of the Sexes premieres Tuesday, January the 31st, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. It's a half-hour weekly show. Celebrity against celebrity.
I don't know if Landry's going to like that nose at all. He's got a smile on his face, though.
He looks better live, I think. With all due respect to Mr. Neiman. Randy Gradishar, I would think, is probably through for the day.
You give everything you've got, huh? He does.
The amazing thing about this Denver team is they had so very few injuries all year long.
I think Bain, the big tackle early in the season, and the rest of the guys played with a minor bumps, but nothing big.
Dallas has 88 yards rushing so far. Denver has 11. At the 9, it's first and goal for the Cowboys. They already lead 13-0. Roger Staubach outside Newhouse. Swarmed on by Swinson and the rest of the group of Denver defenders, principally Reuben Carter.
Swinson beat Donovan's block out there. The Cowboys screen so quickly that their linemen are actually blocking on defenders as the ball is moving, which is almost like an illegal pick in basketball, but that time they beat it.
By the way, Tom, one of the outstanding contributors all year long to the Dallas effort was Jay Saldi, the backup tight end on the special teams. He's not dressed.
Leg problem again, huh?
So Pat Donovan is the backup tight end today. That'll be 2 minutes left before the half, and Red Miller and Tom Landry will be so advised by the officiating crew. Dallas over Denver right now 13-0 with 2 minutes before the half. The Cowboys in a position to get more. I believe that's the first time I've ever seen Phyllis George from the back.
Isn't too bad. There she is.
Hi, Phyllis. Brent Musburger in the middle, and Herb Cross, of course, and they'll be with you throughout the half.
We played a touch football game the other day, all of the Jurgensons, Unitas, Hornings, and all of us, Summeralls, and Phyllis George was a pretty rough